欢迎继续收看。Larison 是一位前美国海军陆战队军人，他修炼法轮功10多年。回忆起军旅生活 ，Larison 由衷地感谢法轮大法和李洪志师傅。我们来听听他的故事。
During the entire career in the military, I was alone with John Fallen. If without that protection, I don't think I would have made it out alive.
Larison Manigaults 是印第安人，他出生在亚利桑那州的纳瓦侯部落。在2000年前后，当时 Larison 已经参军，他的父亲给他一本转法轮，在修炼法轮功的父亲帮助下 ，Larison 逐步地开始了解法轮大法。到伊拉克战争爆发的时候，他已经阅读了3到4遍转法轮。在战场上，他见证了很多神奇的经历。
Even in Iraq, when we had special purpose, we were chasing snipers. All the stuff that you see in the movies, they never talked about us, the small group that we had. And there was a lot of things that happened during wartime. There was only 6 of us, and we were all over Iraq, in the southern part. But I never went north. During that time, I've encountered a lot of tests. Not conflicts, but tests. I've been shot at. I've been very close to being blown up. But the explosion, the concussions, and the bullets, they've never come near me, never came near at all. Even in a fight, no bullet had come near me, no explosion had come near. But it was always something that interfered. There was a little different wall that always kept me from getting hurt, getting me into a certain position. But I think that was all a spiritual guard, something that was protecting me during that time. In the mornings and during wartime, I would wake up. I was always asleep, but I wasn't. I was conscious. So when I slept, I never did sleep. But when it was time close to getting to waking up, maybe the last 15 minutes before waking up, I would go into a dream. But that dream would show me what the war is like, what I will see for the rest of the day, what is going to happen before we get out there. It was like showing me the future. I've never talked about it before, but what John Fallen did for me, how it came to this point, I've seen what power or what spiritual protection it has. During the entire career in the military, I was alone with John Fallen. I've come across some soldiers that practice Falun Gong, but they never really said anything. They never talked. So my experience at the front lines compared to the practitioners in the rear, where they were just like doctors, they never seen the frontline action. Comparing myself to them and sharing my story was very different. That I never shared it with them. I never talked with them. There was a lot of instances where I could not explain the situation that I was in war, and how close. If without that protection, I don't think I would have made it out alive. I think I would have probably just maybe lived for 2 months. That's it. And during that time, even though I only slept 3 hours a night for nearly almost 2 years, I continued reading. I always had that small little book, a little blue book that I carried. That's what my father sent me, and I always had a little Ziploc bag and kept in my cargo pants pocket. And whenever I had a chance, I would read it, even though my mind was straining, even though when I was tired, I read it, maybe a sentence at a time, maybe a paragraph at a time. But that kept me going, and something from that was very helpful.
Larison 在战场上一直是以这种特殊的方式修炼法轮功，虽然还不知道法轮功的5套功法，但是他坚持遵循法轮大法教导的原则。那么他后来的修炼路上还有哪些故事呢？欢迎收看下一集。